Hello everyone, Mind Snacks here. Today we're going to break down how AI detection works, as well as strategies to bypass it at the end. No matter the context, whether you're trying to get AI to refine an assignment, write an article for work or anything else, the detection methods and avoidance techniques discussed in this video will be relevant. We'll break down the different detection methods from stylometry, that's your writing fingerprint, to perplexity analysis, how much your writing surprises an AI. Let's get into it. Why do they exist? With AI tools becoming insanely good at generating human-quality text, everyone from educators to employers is facing a pretty big question. Is this work legit? Did a person actually write this, or did a computer just spit it out? That's where AI detection tools come in. They act like digital detectives, analyzing text for telltale signs of AI involvement. Think of it like this. You can train an AI to write an essay, but you can also train another AI to spot the unique fingerprints that the first AI leaves behind. It's kind of a digital arms race with both sides constantly evolving and upping their game. So how do these AI detectors actually work? Well, one of the key techniques is called stylometry. Basically, stylometry is like analyzing the DNA of your writing. It looks at all those little quirks and patterns that make your writing unique. We're talking about stuff like your average sentence length, how often you use commas or semicolons, the complexity of your vocabulary, even how often you use those tiny words like the a or but. AI can measure all of this stuff with crazy accuracy. So if an AI detector sees a piece of text that's just too smooth, too perfect, it might raise a red flag. Next up, let's talk about perplexity. In the world of AI detection, perplexity is all about how surprised a language model is by your writing. Think of it this way. If an AI can predict the next word you're going to use with really high accuracy, your writing probably has low perplexity. AI-generated text tends to have low perplexity because it's basically following a set of pre-programmed rules and patterns. So if an AI detector sees a piece of text with really low perplexity, it's going to get suspicious. Now the tools we've talked about so far are pretty clever, but things get even more advanced when we start talking about neural classifiers. These are like the elite detectives of the AI detection world. They're trained on massive data sets of both human-written and AI-generated text, and they use that data to learn the subtle differences between the two. They're looking for those same subtle signals in the way grammar is used, how words are ordered, even the overall tone and style of the writing. And because they're constantly learning and evolving, they're becoming increasingly difficult to fool. Alright, buckle up because this next one is super interesting. It's called log likelihood curvature, and it's used by some pretty advanced tools including one called DetectGPT. AI-generated text tends to cluster together on the peaks of these hills. It's all kind of predictable and similar. Human-written text, on the other hand, is way more spread out. If the original text sits on a high-probability hill, and those small changes cause it to tumble down, that's a sign that it might be AI-generated. Now this next technique is straight-up spy-level stuff. It's called watermarking, and it's a way for AI models to secretly tag their output. Certain AI models, mostly the big closed ones, will choose words and phrases that follow a specific pattern, a pattern that's designed to be undetectable by humans but easily recognizable by detection tools. It's like leaving behind a trail of breadcrumbs that only other AI can see. But here's the catch. Not all AI models use watermarks. Now, even with all these sophisticated techniques, it's important to remember that AI detection isn't perfect. These tools are still under development and they can make mistakes. For example, sometimes writing that's perfectly human can get flagged as AI-generated. On the flip side, there are ways to fool these detectors. It's like a cat-and-mouse game, with both sides constantly adapting and trying to outsmart each other. Okay, so we've talked about how AI detection works, but now let's get to the good stuff. How do people actually beat these systems? First up, paraphrasing tools. They're not perfect, but they can be surprisingly effective with success rates around 80%. Then there's the good old-fashioned human touch. But the most effective strategy? Mixing AI and human writing. So, that's the rundown on AI detection. It's a fascinating and rapidly evolving field, with both sides constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. As these tools become more sophisticated, it's going to be crucial to understand how they work, both to avoid getting flagged and to leverage their power for good. This has been your daily dose of Mind Snack. Until next time, stay curious. Zainab, if you're watching, I hope you stub your toe.